Hello everyone, I'm Kevin from Outer Lies and I have a quick podcast update before we get on with the show. Recently, we have had a few technical difficulties causing the pod not to be up to the quality we like and you deserve. But we are working on the problems and hopefully we will be back to normal soon. Also, the podcast will start to be released every Friday starting from next week, providing everything goes to plan. Thanks for staying with us and let's get on with the show.
You're in tune to Owl of Lives. www.owloflives.net.
You can't handle the truth.
Hello and welcome to the Out of Lies podcast, episode number 47. As usual, I'm one of your hosts, Ross Miller, and I am joined by the Norwegian princess who loves to get her Pokemon. It's Sophia Harris.
Even worse than last time.
It's
Even
always
worse.
going to be bad. It's always going to be bad.
I don't want to know what's next, but hello.
You've turned from queen to a princess though. You're going down in the
Oh
ranks.
shit, you're downgrading me. Oh damn.
And a man who is thicker than Stephen Avery's nephew. It's Kevin Tarn.
Yes! Hi everyone.
How are we all doing? Are you all doing well?
Yep,
Excited
very well.
about life.
Now, I've got some apologies to make. Last week, or for quite a series of weeks, Dave Wyatt has been telling us all fibs. We have now fact-checked all these supposed facts, and none of them have been true. So I'm afraid Dave has actually been sacked from the podcast.
Yeah.
It was a hard decision.
Unfortunate.
But yeah.
That's what you do in Scotland. You kick him off the horse and you tell him to get the fuck out.
Okay.
Is that what you do?
That's
I
after
don't
they
know.
paint their faces blue.
Nah,
Yeah.
Kick their head in.
Just kick your head in.
I haven't seen Braveheart. Is that really weird?
What?
What?
Well, you don't know
I
this
haven't
then.
seen it. It looks like shit. Sorry.
But it's a raving
For Scottish
alcoholic
people.
killing Englishman.
Yeah, I saw that every day when I lived in England.
Yeah, true. Okay, well, we'll move on, and traditionally we always start this with the highlight of the week. So we will start with our Norwegian princess. So Sophia, what is your highlight of the week?
Oh no. No. Can we just skip mine for a little bit? I want to do the last one because then I can be the funny one. So Kevin, go.
Fair enough. So I had a load of highlights this week because a lot of TV shows started again. Like The
Yep.
Flash, Agent Carter was good again. DC Legends of Tomorrow, that started. That was really good. But my highlight would have to be Lucifer,
Oh,
which it had its pilot this week. And it actually surprised me. I didn't expect that much out of it. And I think out of all the TV shows I watched this week, it was the best one. It was funny. It had a good cast, good story. And I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes.
superb. That's a comic book adaptation as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I didn't know until I looked it up after I'd watched it. I didn't realise it's a DC property.
The first I heard about it was watching The X-Files. And
Yeah,
it
it
came
popped
up
up
with
at
The
the bottom.
Flash, yeah.
Is that when we both went to America to watch X-Files?
Yes, yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great
yeah.
trip. Thank you so much for paying for that for me. It was brilliant.
It's all right, mate.
Yeah.
It's no worries.
Whoa.
Okay.
Intense.
So since Sophia wants to go last, I'll talk about my highlight.
No, I don't have to. I got it now.
Oh, no, I want to talk about my highlight of the week, okay? Now,
Okay.
this highlight of the week didn't actually start as my highlight of the week because I did not think the first episode was that good. But my highlight is The X-Files.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Unlike you, I actually enjoyed the first episode.
So we basically, Kev and I have been discussing it a little bit, and I wasn't on board with the first episode. I think they tried to do too much with it. But by the time the second episode came on, the story I felt was really, really good, and it was back to being sort of classic type X-Files, and I really enjoyed that more than what I did the first one. That just felt a little bit over convoluted to me.
I'm going to put a minor spoiler in here, but the thing that sold me on the very first episode was seeing the spaceship.
Yeah,
Like
so you
the
do
alien
see,
ship.
it's not a spoiler on X-Files, you see them every episode, don't you?
Yeah.
But
But you
yeah,
actually get up close and personal with one this time, don't you? And it's actually really cool. I thought the CGI was really good.
yeah, well, you can tell it's certainly not small budget by any manner of means, and
No.
the acting was a little bit hammy.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit dodgy at times. David Duchovny seemed a bit wooden at times.
Yeah.
He got a star now on the Walk of Fame, right?
Does he?
I think he just got one.
Does he snort lines of coke off of it?
Probably.
Probably.
All kinds of things.
Yeah. What else would he be snorting?
Sherbet.
Sherbet?
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, did you used to do that when you was 12 years old? Thought you was cool because you could snort
What?
sherbet. Just me? Okay.
Yeah, I never done that either.
Just me and my mates. We thought it was really cool snorting sherbet.
Did that not make your eyes
It
water?
fucking stung. It stung.
Weirdos. Right, so we've been waiting for this. Sophia, tell us what
And
it
it's
is.
it's not even funny. I just realized though, it's nothing TV related or anything, but I've started reading The Long Halloween, the Batman comic.
Okay.
I got into comics last year, end of last year, and it's obviously just Batman because I didn't care about anything else. And I'm really liking it. Like I was sort of, I don't know. I thought nothing would ever going to beat The Dark Knight Returns, but it's like I'm really digging this one. The art is really cool. Catwoman looks cool in it. It doesn't look as good as The Killing Joke, but I feel like nothing does.
Is it a Joker comic as well?
It has Joker, yeah.
Right, okay.
I haven't finished it. I'm like halfway through. But yeah, I like the Joker more in The Killing Joke because I felt he was more. Although I do kind of like what they do in The Dark Knight Returns, where it's sort of like what they're gonna do in Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm so stoked when I saw Jared Leto. I was like, yes, I remember that from the comic. That's exactly how you should
Yeah,
look.
well, I remember that in the comic, and I see what you're talking about, but he didn't have, like, gold-plated teeth. He had sort of yellow teeth. It wasn't gold-plated, were they?
I think
No, but
yeah, sorry, I was just gonna say, I think the whole reason behind that is meant to be that Batman has knocked all his teeth out in the past, and it's meant to be.
Yeah, but he got them replaced. It wasn't gold teeth that he got replaced with. I don't know. Just the gold teeth.
no, but he still had like the short hair and everything.
Yeah, true.
So I feel like it still worked, and I mean, in that setting, he wasn't out and about. He was still sort of in jail or whatever.
Yeah.
This is on spoilers, by the way. It's not really ruining anything.
No, no.
I'm actually looking. I'm looking through it right now, and I mean, like the drawings are more like simplistic than in the other comics. So I guess if they were going to start drawing like teeth and stuff, it wouldn't really show.
True. Very
It's a
true.
completely different style.
I've never read any comics. I've always wanted to see that Killing Joke one though, because I've heard nothing but good things about it.
I think The Dark Knight Returns is a better story, but I really like the art in The Killing Joke. So I would start with The Dark Knight Returns, to be honest. That's how I started with it, and I thought that was a really good way of kicking things up. And I mean, this is sort of what Batman vs Superman is going to be about, I hope.
That's why I'm
So-
avoiding it a bit. I don't want to really ruin anything before I see the movie.
Well, I don't think it's gonna ruin anything, because from what I've seen in the trailers, it's not going to be 100% true to the story.
Well, I'm going to take that as
okay.
being a little bit of segues into this week's news, okay?
The download.
Let's commit to suicide. Waiting for Skywalker. Waiting for those blue cat things. Tom Cruise definitely wants his mummy. Waiting for the Doctor. Waiting for Destiny 2. And backwards into the future. So anyway, the first part of the news, so let's commit to suicide. So, you know, I've got these notes written down about our news. I didn't write them myself. And it says, the Suicide Squad trailer has landed. But I also want to note out that he's put down in the notes, I'm not writing anything about it, you lazy C word. Just have a chat about the trailer. So...
And by C words, you mean cows.
or cats even. Or cars.
Oh my god, cats.
Right, so what's everyone's thoughts about the Suicide trailer? I'm going to start with me.
Go for it.
I am neither up or down on this movie anymore. And I would say I was more up on the movie when the first trailer came out. This hasn't helped me the same way.
Right.
I don't know. It's a lot more colourful than what I expected, which is a much,
Yeah.
it's a really, really good thing. But I am not as high as what I was before.
What's changed your mind?
I don't know. I sat down, I got excited to watch that trailer, and then I just saw it finished, and I went,
Have you watched it again since?
yeah, but 4 times, and every time I watch it, it gets consecutively worse.
For some reason, when you said the I felt like I saw you like on a stage doing like one of those like pelvic
That would mean I like it, Sophia. Not like maybe it's just the trailer, the concept and everything really still grabs me. Will Smith is still annoying,
Right.
but I'm not as high in this movie. I'm even tempted to say that I don't know if I'm going to go to the pictures to see it.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'm on the opposite side. I love this trailer. I thought it showed a side. Well, I should say, before I watched this trailer, I never, ever, ever thought I'd hear the words coming out of my mouth that Jai Courtney was the best part of a trailer. He wasn't this. He
True.
made me laugh so many times in that trailer. Every time he was on screen, from the scream at the camera to the punch in the guard to the quickly having a quick sneaky beer behind the car before the action kicks off. I thought it was a perfect trailer. The way they used Bohemian Rhapsody, I thought was a brave choice as well, because automatically people are going to be like, oh, you took the easy way out taking such a popular song. But they actually made it work really well with the trailer, like made the cuts along with it, so the beat went with what was going on screen.
Yeah.
And like, I liked all the characters as well. I like the fact they showed, is his name El Diablo? Because I didn't really know much about that character. I didn't know he was like a fire person. And it was good seeing his powers. I liked seeing the Joker, like the scene of him in his tuxedo with his Tommy gun. And the scene of him laying on the floor with all the knives and guns surrounding him. It looked like some sort of painting. I like
Yeah.
that. I also liked Harley Quinn. I mean...
That ass.
Yeah, that ass, that final shot. It was, as soon as that came on screen, I was like, oh god, they had to put one scene in there like that, didn't they? I knew it was coming.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
Nah, I thought it was a bit out of character with the rest of the trailer.
Exactly.
But I ain't gonna complain, because it's like harassment.
It's an ass.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't blame you.
what else was there in the trailer? Oh, I like seeing Killer Croc again. He looks cool. His makeup looks brilliant. Like I say, Joker was great. Harley Quinn was great. Deadshot, you had a problem with him. He didn't really bother me, though. I am still seeing Will Smith when I look at him. I'm not seeing Deadshot.
That's the issue.
Oh, yeah.
That's the issue. He's too big a star, I think, for that role.
But you've got to give him the benefit of the doubt. When you actually sit down for the film, you might get into the character more. But
In my house.
well, yeah, when you finally get it on Blu-ray or DVD or whatever.
I want to like it, don't get me wrong. As I said, I'm middle ground with it. It just hasn't grabbed me to go, I can't wait to see this movie. But let's face it, I'm going to get caught up in the hype.
I'm actually looking forward to this more than Batman v Superman now.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
really?
hard, though.
I disagree respectfully.
Okay, what did you
But
think
yeah.
of it then?
The Suicide Squad trailer.
Yeah.
I did not like it. Very unpopular
believe
opinion.
this.
Here's the deal. Okay, first of all, I've had an issue with this Okay, no, I want to start from the beginning. When I saw the teaser, I was the most hyped person on the face of this planet. I would watch it over and over and over again. I would wake up in the morning and be like, oh yes, time to watch the teaser. Literally for like weeks. I would wake up and I'd watch the teaser and just be like, oh, the Bee Gees song. And it was just, oh, it was so beautiful. I loved it. And it was so dark. And I like the dark stuff. And it's like, it was a nice break from all the Marvel, Ant-Man, yabba dabba dabba. Like, I agree that not every superhero should be really dark. And I mean, like, they fucked up with Spider-Man, Superman. Because Superman is a kind of dumb superhero. You know what I mean? But they made him really like they made him Christopher Nolan dark, you know? They could have made him a bit more brighter. But I feel like I mean, it was a decent action movie. Don't get me wrong. But it's Superman. He can fly and he has super strength. Who cares? Anyways, back to Suicide Squad. I mean, these are like convicts and it's dark and mysterious and I love the teaser so much. And then I heard, first of all, PG-13 rating, I'm not on board. These are supposed to be really scary convict people, like, and they're giving the movie such a fucking, I don't know. I have a problem with the rating. So I sort of knew...
But the thing is, like, the Batman movies were all PG-13 and they were fine, I think, action-wise and, like, violence-wise. I think they can pull it off.
I hope so. But then came, like, this trailer, and I was sort of like, oh, It's not dark anymore. And I sort of had that thing in my head, like, because it's sort of going to be connected with Batman versus Superman, right? With the Joker being in that one
Yeah.
and Batman being in. So are they going to be two completely different, like, toned movies, in the sense that Batman vs Superman is going to be more Batmanish dark, and then you're going to have this thing, it's just going to be just like a fun fest of crazy villains running around doing stupid funny shit? Like, if that's what's going to happen, I'm not on board.
I think
Because
the
that would be
trailer.
kind of weird.
I think the trailer was a bit misleading on that. I think that
Yeah.
was just the tone of this trailer, because you can cut a trailer any way you like to make a film look sad, to look violent, to look funny. I think they just took some of the funny moments and stuck them all in this one trailer to appeal to a bigger audience than just the regular,
Yeah.
superhero movie fans. So I think you are still going to get a dark movie. It's just going to have those light elements in it. And I think Superman v Batman's going to be the same as well, where it's just going to have
Yeah.
those moments of comedy.
Yeah, and then it's going to be shitty Lex Luthor. Ugh, I hate him already.
Yeah,
I hate
wasn't
him
fun.
already. But, like, yeah, I wasn't too... I loved the Bohemian Rhapsody part, and, some of the characters looked great. I also wasn't too big on Harley Quinn, because I love her as a character. But, like, and it's not because I'm, like, a super feminist, and, like, oh my god, girls need to wear, like, full-on skirts every day. It's not like that, but, like, the ass shot was kind of out of character. I didn't like it. I liked where she was in the teaser, where she was like creepy and kind of like mysterious or whatever. That's Harley Quinn, not just like, I'm gonna steal this. I was like, nah, not really. So I don't know. I didn't like it, and I agree with the Will Smith thing as well.
Yeah, it's going to be... I'm just hoping once I sit down with a film, like, I lose Will Smith in the character and he becomes Deadshot. He's just like
Yeah.
Ross says, he's just one of those faces that as soon as he's on the screen, you're like, oh, Will Smith. Do you know
Or
what I mean?
Hancock.
Yeah. Or Hancock.
Yeah. Oh, Hancock, yeah. He's just Hancock, that's it. You're just playing Hancock again. I don't know, I would have pushed back on casting Will Smith. And actually, talking about pushing back, Star Wars Episode 8...
That's the worst.
Star
God.
Wars Episode 8 has been pushed back for 7 months.
I don't get why people are still like surprised in delays when it comes to movies, and especially video games. Every time something gets delayed, people are like, oh, really? I'm like, I think it's weird when things aren't delayed. Then I'm like, what's wrong? Are you okay? Like, I knew it was going to happen. Didn't people
Well, I think
understand?
after the success they had at Christmas, I think they understand the importance
exactly.
of doing it through the Christmas period. I don't think it's anything else other than that.
I'll
And
wait
it
for
makes
as
sense.
long as it takes.
Yeah, like I'm not bothered. Is anyone else bothered? Because it was due to come out May 26, 2017, but will now come out December 15th, 2017. Now, a May release, beginning of summer, people on holidays. I don't know. I think Christmas is perfect for it. I think they just stick to that release window from now on.
Well, Christmas is a family period, isn't it? And what they realised is by releasing Star Wars at Christmas that families were going out as a big unit and watching this, bringing in more revenue. So they may as well make December Star Wars month, and make it like a Christmas present for families. And people will go out and see it. It worked. It's
People
obviously
will buy
worked, didn't it?
Christmas presents.
Toys, because the hype of leading up to
Yeah.
the movie also drives toy sales
Yeah,
at
exactly,
Christmas.
yeah.
So I think it's an
It's a
absolute
win-win,
no-brainer doing
isn't
this.
I'll wait for my bae as long as I need. My bae, Kylo Ren. Oh my god. Oh, he's so hot. I can't even.
Are you
I
an emo
can't-
guys?
I'm into Kylo Ren.
Emo guys?
Yeah, pretty much.
Why is he emo? Because he's got dark hair. Does that make
He
him
was
emo?
No.
mascara and...
Have you guys seen the Spotify made like official Star Wars playlists? Have you seen them?
No.
No.
They are amazing. So you could like take a test or whatever, and then you could go and look at yours. I got like Mace Windu or something, kind of random, but like they
With his
made
purple
all the
lightsaber.
lists, and it's so funny because like Kylo Ren is like a super emo like My Chemical Romance, all that kind of bullshit playlist.
8
Yeah, but-
Radiohead songs
and
in a row.
Yeah, and the Mace Windu one, it's pretty much just Samuel L. Jackson. She's like a mashup of like funk and hip hop and whatever. And then Darth Vader is like Megadeth and Judas Priest. And it's just like, it is the funniest shit. And then you have like BB-8 and stuff, it's like pop, electro, whatever. Like they're so funny.
I'm going to have to go and check this out.
Yeah, I'll probably end up being BB-8.
The thing about it, and moving on to our next story without a jokey segue, is it's meant that they're saying it isn't related, but Avatar 2 release has been put back. It hasn't started filming yet, and with the lengthy post-production involved with such an effects-heavy film, the original release date of December 2017 was actually looking quite unlikely, and now the film has been delayed again. It was due to release just about the same time as the date Star Wars now is.
Well, it's funny how it was moved like a day after Star Wars delayed to like the same week as it.
Yeah, maybe that was just the final nail in the coffin for its release window. But
Is
yeah,
that the Pocahontas movie?
yeah, basically.
Okay, cool.
Avatar 2 is an interesting one. It's like they waited so long to do a sequel, and then they're going to release 3 like each year
I think
consecutively. Can't be that word.
Yeah, I think it's been too long.
It has. I don't think Avatar was that good a movie either. I think it was just that it used 3D so well at a time when people were interested in it, and that's what drove revenue on it. But
Definitely
now,
just a 3D.
Unless he does something really interesting with it, I can't see it being that bigger
Virtual
deal.
reality movie.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. He's always been
that
someone who
would be
pushes
great.
technology in the cinema, hasn't he, James Cameron?
Yeah.
Or people off of, boats or whatever.
Yeah.
He does that as well.
No one wants to see a movie fail, but is anyone actually bothered for an Avatar 2, or do you sort of secretly just wish Avatar would go away?
I secretly, though, I want Suicide Squad to be a shit movie. Just because I'd love to see people's faces who are, like, overhyped. Be like, what the fuck? Like, people would freak out if that movie is shit. And it would be so funny.
You're like Kylo Ren, you know that?
Yeah, that's why I love him so much. We're baes. Yes.
Kev?
What, Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't really a big fan of the first one. I missed the whole, like, cinema experience with it, with 3D and stuff. I was just like, yeah, I can't be bothered. I'm not a fan of wearing glasses for like 2 hours in the cinema. So I just missed it, and then I did watch it eventually on home release, and it was just like, yeah, it's alright, it's nothing special. So I'm not fussed at all. I probably won't see it anyway until it comes out on like DVD or on demand or something.
Sure. So it's a bit like me and Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. I went to go and see the original one with my mum, so I'll maybe go with my mummy again. Oh, talking about the Mummy, the reboot is set for 2017. Tom Cruise has confirmed. So the Universal classic Monsters movie, Shared Universe. Oh, God. Looks like it'll begin in 2017. Now that the reboot of the Mummy collection of films that will bring Dracula, The Bride of Frankenstein, Van Helsing, and Invisible Man back to our screens. Well, remember we talked about those Tom Cruise rumours?
Mm-hmm.
They've turned out to be true.
After he denied
I
it.
hate it. I hate everything. I hate everything that's happened this week. Every single thing. Nothing's been good. The Mummy reboot? Really?
I like the first movie.
I
Yeah,
mean,
right, when you're talking about the Mummy reboot, okay?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
bear in mind that these are all the classic monsters. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, is it not more of a reboot, not of the modern-day Mummy movies, but of the classic Mummy movie?
I just feel bad because that was the one movie Brendan Fraser looked really attractive in. And now they're going to take that away from him?
Have you not seen George in the Jungle?
Yeah, but that was before The Mummy. This was his last one.
Okay.
Of course I saw George in the Jungle. Jesus. Mother may I. No, this was the last one where he was just like super fly. And then now they're going to switch him with Tom Cruise? My God. Savage. And I don't like the fact that it's a shared universe. That's just the worst.
Yeah, monsters all kicking about. It's just all going to gear up for a Monster Squad movie, isn't it?
Some kind of monster squad. See, it would have been cool if it did like Cabin in the Woods. That was pretty rad when they had all the monsters.
Yeah.
But that was a different thing. This is just going to be like, I don't know, probably just a bunch of crap.
Well, I'm actually looking forward to it. I like all those classic sort of monster movies, and if they're paying homage not to the Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, but the original ones, then I'm all for it. But
It would be so funny though if they had just Brendan Fraser, like so many hints to him, like just like reuse his lines and bless his tiny heart.
Sophia,
Yeah.
do you like nursery rhymes?
Nursery rhymes? No.
Yes. You don't? No? Do you know the one Little Miss Moffat
No.
sat on her toffet?
On a toe foot?
Well, anyway,
What did you say?
Just go
Sat
with
on
it.
a
Just go
toffet?
with it. Just go with it.
On
so
a
little
toe
Miss
foot?
Moffat sat on her toffet, isn't it?
I don't know what that means.
You're a dab, but it's just a word, isn't it?
Apparently so.
Sounds like you're saying a toe
Okay, move on.
foot.
Carry on.
Well, speaking of Moffat, Stephen Moffat has quit Doctor Who. So Stephen Moffat is to leave his post as showrunner on Doctor Who after Series 10. The BBC has confirmed that he will be departing the show and that regular Doctor Who scribe and Broadchurch creator, I can't speak tonight, Chris Chibnall will be taking over the job. Now that means that there's not going to be a Doctor Who in 2016.
Who cares? I'm just kidding. Don't kill me.
The BBC. That's who cares. No, but like that's disappointing for all the Doctor Who fans that there won't be a series this year. But don't fret, it will return in 2017 because that is its destiny. Destiny 2 may not be launching this year as expected. Based on leaked documents, the court rulings, it was pretty much accepted knowledge that Destiny 2 was set for September 2016. Well, according to a report from
Kotaku.
is that right?
Kotaku.
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 Just whatever.
The next major release of the franchise that we expect to be Destiny 2 is no longer coming this year, having been delayed. The report also says that it seems the developer isn't entirely sure how it will proceed with DLC in the near future, whether it will be free or paid, and just how will it be packaged. Now, Kev, for a while there you were addicted to Destiny. What's your thoughts on this?
I'm really disappointed. I was really hoping for a Destiny 2 this year, and hearing that they haven't got any DLC or anything planned either means that I won't be on the game again anytime soon. Because I absolutely played the living shit out of all the DLC, and I need something new to play. So I guess I'll be waiting for another couple of years.
You just go to your PC and play Minesweeper.
No, you got No Man's Sky.
Oh, I tell you what I have got that's sort of like Destiny, The Division. It's the same sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I've got that to
Just
look
waited
forward
2
to.
years for it. It's finally here.
Yeah, but delays don't bother us, Sophia, so it's fine.
What?
Yeah, the Destiny, that will probably be this year's Division, and it's the only way you can really compare it though is it's the fact that it's got areas where players interact and it's got RPG elements. So other than that, it's nothing alike. One's a first-person shooter, one's a third-person cover-based
Well,
shooter.
it's the same sort of thing, isn't it? Collect guns, get better guns, rank up, go in PvP areas, collect loot, come out of PvP areas. Do you know what I mean? It's got some differences, of course, but it's the same sort of, gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, so what I've played of the Division,
Yeah.
it's more RPG heavy than what Destiny ever was.
I think it was about the same. You still got, like, I suppose you didn't... I can't remember now. It's been a while since I played Destiny. You didn't get numbers pop out of players when you shot them in Destiny, did you?
No. Well, no, you did.
Yeah,
you did,
didn't
didn't
you?
you?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
no. Yeah, no, but I'm talking more about base building.
Right, okay.
Things like
I
that.
see.
You know, there seems to be a lot more like base building in the Division, and a lot more things that you can do. The storytelling is a little bit more in depth about how you do your story. It's not just a cutscene.
I don't think the base building is really going to be that big a thing now. I think it's just going to be it automatically
Supposedly
builds.
it is.
Really?
It's that's your mission unlocks.
Yeah, but I think it's just, you complete this mission, so this now appears at your base. Oh, you've done this mission, now this appears. It's not so much you build in a base, it's just shit appears.
But it creates trees. So if you are off trying to upgrade this section so that you can go and do that part because you need this, then you're having to concentrate. Someone else might get missed out, which means you're weaker at that side. So it means that your players are all going to have different sort of... be at different parts of the games at different times. It's not as linear.
Right, okay.
If that makes sense, like...
Sort of.
Yeah. So like, you could play the game entirely different in an entirely different order from what I have. We will ultimately have the same goal, but we've done it in entirely different ways, which is what the way The Witcher is or whatever else. It's more RPG than the sort of linear... You have to say the story in Destiny was linear and non-existent at the beginning. But, yeah.
I would say the big part of Destiny wasn't so much the story, it was more the raids, I think, were the big selling point of Destiny, rather than the story. And I guess the Division doesn't have that same sort of thing in it. Be interesting if it did have something like that. That would be cool. But
That would be interesting, yeah. Just like a giant fat man. It takes like 2,000
you
bullets to
get
go
the
down.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You have to take out in New York. Imagine that.
I would pay you Ubisoft 20 quid for that. one bit of DLC.
And you get your Photon Pack. Is it a Photon Pack that it's called?
Proton.
Oh, Proton, that's the one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I would pay for that. God, my God, don't put these ideas in my head, Kev. Now I want that so much. Ghostbusters DLC. Oh,
That would be pretty amazing, wouldn't it?
yeah. Ubisoft, if we know you listen, so make that happen. Sign up the Ghostbusters to a license and let's have some Division Ghostbusters DLC.
Well, with the
That'd be
beta
so
out
great.
this week, they'll have a feedback channel, I suppose, from all the beta players. So stick it in there. Everybody who listens to the pod, say we want Ghostbusters DLC. Stay
See, you'll
Puft
buy a
Marshmallow Man.
season pack
Yes.
if they do it, right? And then no one buy a season pack and really annoy them. I'm not going to lie, I bought DLC today.
Did you? What'd you buy?
Yeah, I bought the Far Cry 4 expansion.
Really?
Ah.
Yeah.
I've still not completed that game.
Oh, it's a great game. I really enjoyed the core game, and so did my wife. But I thought it's on deals with gold this week, so it was only cost me £4.60 for the expansion.
Oh, okay.
So I bought that, and I've started playing that today. But it's weird giving Ubisoft money for expansions.
Yeah.
What is the expansion?
So it is, as it sounds, it's a new area, separate from the main game. You start off with 0 stats, and you're quite quickly put into a cave with a Yeti, which is pretty much unbeatable. That's about as far as I've got so far.
Oh, okay.
So
Sounds
it's more
different.
of the same from the base game, but there is a bit more. There's an unbeatable enemy, and there's usual new weapons, new vehicles, things like that. It's much more of a snow setting than what the normal game is. But yeah, for the price, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't go wrong.
but
Bargain.
maybe that was a highlight of the week. Fuck you, X-Files.
What about you, Sophia? You got any thoughts on Destiny 2? Have you played the original?
Not really. Nah, Destiny's not really my thing.
Alright, okay.
So I don't really have a lot of. You know, I'm all about the No Man's Sky. No, I'm not. I'm not excited at all for No Man's Sky. But yeah, I don't know. No comment. I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait until the next thing we're gonna talk about because I have some thoughts on that one more
All
so
right.
than this. Yes,
Right,
because
okay.
I don't blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not got a segue, so I'm just going to say backwards compatible games will be out when ready. So Major Nelson announced this week that some more games have been added to the ever-growing backwards compatibility list, including The Witcher 2, which I was very excited about. And in addition to that, he also announced that they'll start releasing titles as they become available rather than a set monthly date. And of course, this is referring to the Xbox One. So what's your thoughts on that, guys? I know, Kev, you've got an Xbox One. I don't think you do, Sophia. So as an outside perspective, what does that seem like to you?
I am gonna buy one right now because now I can play Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, so excited. No,
Is that on the list?
yeah,
Oh no, that's quite
Of
good. My
course.
kid likes the Lego games, so I'll look out for these. So,
it's that one and a Star Wars.
oh,
Lego Star Wars. Yeah,
I'm going
I'm
to buy a
pretty sure.
second Xbox One.
that's not double confirmed. That's just what I think it was. That I'm pretty sure it was because I remember some of them. And there's something called like Ugly American something like Apocalypse-Geddon or something. And I wanna figure out-
Apocalypse-Geddon?
I want to figure out what that game is. Yeah, I'm stoked. I really do. I do like what they're doing. I'm not one of those people who like hate either Microsoft or. So I'm not just like, oh, I hate the Xbox or I hate the PlayStation. I love both of them. They're both.
So you
great
mean you're
stuff.
just a gamer and not a fanboy?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I
What
like
the
all
fuck are you
of
doing
them.
in this podcast, then?
I also like PC. I know. Ugh, I'm such a Gandhi when it comes to gaming. I just love everybody.
May your frame rates remain high and your temperatures low.
Yeah. No, but I think there are a lot of really good games on the list. I mean, they got Witcher 2 and like Halo Reach and Doom. Doom is awesome. I think that's great. So
Oh, do you want to know?
I don't
Like,
know.
there's a few games that I've actually played this week that have been backwards compatible. I have played the hell out of Gears of War 3. If they'd just given me Gears of War 3, I would have been quite happy anyway. But this week I played Counter-Strike Go.
All right, okay, yeah.
It's still a great game.
It's good on
Yeah.
PC.
I know I could
Yeah.
log on to my PC, but for convenience, it was quite good just to log in and give it a shot.
I don't think it translates as well on console.
It doesn't, but everyone's limited to the controller and console. I feel as if, I know it's going to sound daft, but if you're good at Counter-Strike, you're good at Counter-Strike. It feels a little bit more even on console. I don't know why. Eben, say hi to the podcast.
Oh, adorable.
Oh, okay.
I had to be the girl on the podcast, so that's why I said adorable. I really hate it, but yeah. Okay.
You hate my son.
No, I just hate children's voices.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Tell them
Yeah.
to not take it personal. That's life.
Well, Kev, what are your thoughts on the backwards compatible list? Are you excited being a 360 owner and being able to play games and have them released all the time, essentially, now?
I'm just waiting still for some of the Call of Duties to be re-released. I really want to play like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 2. I just want them to come to, you know, the Xbox One. But the thing is, I really don't think it's going to happen because Activision, they're just, I know, if they don't release them as backwards compatible, I'm hoping, I mean, I'd even pay for it that they release some sort of like Modern Warfare pack or like remastered or a Black Ops pack remastered, because I would buy that and I'd play the living shit out of it. They're such good games. It would be a shame for them to, you know, just be left on the 360 and forgotten about.
There are going to be a lot of those games, though. There are going to be
Yeah.
a lot of the big games that we'll never see. Like, I was sort of like, when I heard about just the backward compatibility, I can't even say the freaking word.
Do it slowly. That's how I say it. Compatibility.
Compatibility. I remember, like, the first game that popped into my head was like, I want to play LA Noire. That was like my first little like bing, and I knew that that's not gonna happen in a long time.
That's one of those games that I've wanted to play for ages. I've
Yeah.
not played that.
Yeah.
It is such a good game. I love that game. One of my favorites. I think it's too big. I think it's too complicated. It's
Red
just
Dead
like,
as well.
yeah, Red Dead or Skyrim, like all those games. GTA 4 is gonna take ages.
Like, I've just looked here, okay? So I
Where's
have
here?
16 backwards compatible games.
Oh, nice.
That's quite a lot.
What, coming
I have
soon?
none.
Not like as in I've got them installed
Oh,
on my
okay.
machine right now. Now, a
See,
few of
that's
them
why-
are pants. Well, quite a lot of them are pants, to be honest with you. It's like the games with gold, so you've got 2 Dirt games. But then you're looking at like, I've got both the Rainbow Six Vegas games, I've got Fallout 3, I've got The Witcher 2, I've got all the Gears of War games, I've got Halo Reach. Like, there's a lot of good games there that one day I might sit down and go, you know what, I'm just going to play through one of these.
I don't have any of them. I
Yeah.
think I don't have a lot of games for Xbox 360, but I have I have LA Noire and I have BioShock Infinite and I have GTA 5, but who cares? And Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead, that's not gonna happen.
No, that is going to happen. Supposedly that came out in news today. There was screenshots of Left 4 Dead.
I don't believe them till I see it.
Yeah, not like working on the Xbox One. They had a screenshots and a video. They think that's going to be an imminent release, and that'll be a huge one. I'll go back and definitely play that.
I think
And
this
then I'll
backwards,
go buy an Xbox.
I think backwards compatibility is, I can't even say it now, you've got me. I can't say. Backwards compatibility is a bit buggy as well at the minute, because I'm being given games that I owned when I was on 360, but then I sold them. I don't have to put the discs in or anything. It's just like, I had Fable 3, I played it on my Xbox 360 once and I got rid of it. And then it was available for download for me when it became available.
It
So
was
I got
Games
it
with
for free.
Gold.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, like, that was the very, very first Games with Gold game.
Right, okay. I did own it as well. Maybe I did download it as well at the same time.
Yeah. But, like, there has been some bugs. You and I played Gears of War 3 Horde mode,
Yeah.
and it isn't running perfect.
No, the single player campaign is like glitchy as hell. Frame rate
Yeah.
drops are insane.
Oh,
And
really?
I know they're patching it and get it updated and things like that, but you feel as if, well, you should probably try and get that right before you release it. And I would rather they made sure it worked than release it too early.
They release games, then like 2 hours later, here's the patch.
Yeah, like as if you can fix everything in that short length of time. You know exactly what's going on. But
that's why games need to be delayed, because shit like that happens.
Now, you may not know this, but I'm on the UK's #1 Xbox podcast, My Xbox and Me, and we talk about this quite a lot. See the subtle plug there?
Yes, very subtle.
Nice.
It was really subtle, wasn't it? No, we've talked about this. This would never have happened had Microsoft not been in second place.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. If Microsoft were clearly leading like they were in the 360 area and didn't feel as if they had to keep on fighting to get the console buys, even though they're outselling the 360 so much, they need to bring these things in.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. I think you're onto something there, because if you think about it, Phil Spencer never came in either until like it was obvious they were going down the shit pan.
Yeah.
And he was brought in. That's when all these new ideas came into like the Xbox sphere. And I think he's the one pushing all the good things behind Xbox. And I'm glad Xbox did do this, because especially after PlayStation started charging for old games, it got more people on board with Xbox. And I know a lot of PlayStation players that are now going out and buying Xboxes.
I think this is a generation where you have a second console. As you know, I've got both consoles, but that's just because I was in a position where I could afford that at that point in time, so I decided to go for it.
Yeah.
And I think this is a generation where people will own two consoles, whereas last time you were 360. That was it, wasn't it? You know, maybe people bought a PS3 at the beginning, but they then moved on to the 360. I think at the moment you have your main console and you have your secondary console for exclusives.
Sorry, that was my phone.
Oh my god.
You're joking me.
You
I thought it was your
savage.
mouth. He's got a Nokia, hasn't he?
Yeah.
That's a Nokia tone.
Uh-huh.
You got a Nokia phone?
Yeah, Windows phone.
Savage. We
Windows
talked about
for the
this
win.
last time. You watched Cloverfield too much. Oh my goodness.
It got into my subconscious and I went out and brought a Nokia.
Anyways, you shouldn't watch Cloverfield that much. That's what happens. You end up buying bullshit phones.
Is that a 3310?
Yeah, with Snake. And it cost me a £10 off eBay.
Well, we don't have any feedback this week, unfortunately.
Oh.
No one decided to email us. But Sophia, if someone was to email us, where would they send us an email to?
Fun question, Kev.
Podcast@outerlives.net. Yes.
That's it. Well done.
Yes.
Result, okay. So please send your feedback, because we love to hear it. We never got any this week.
Yes.
Unfortunately. Now, I'm just going to say it's been a short but sweet episode because Dave's been sacked, Scott's crying somewhere because his laptop's broken, he can't look at porn, which has nothing to do with his laptops because of Virgin Media. But, Sophia, give us your plugs.
My plugs? Okay. I like to talk to people on Twitter. Oh my goodness. Twitter.com @It'sSophiaH. ITSSOFIAH. So I also got a website. It's Sophia Harris, HARIZ.com. Is that the best plug ever? Oh, I'm part of a game almost. Very little, sort of.
I watched a video of this game. I can confirm she is part of a game.
I have my name on a game. My good friend Ian, he made an awesome RPG game. You can check it out at Game Trailers, GT Reviews, or their Twitch channel, Game Trailers. There's an RPG called Ghost Needs Sheets. It's really good. Yeah. Ian, you're welcome.
You can find boots in a bush.
What?
If you're looking for the boots, they're in the bush.
Are you ruining stuff right now?
Yeah, it's a spoiler.
Are you fucking kidding me? My goodness.
And also, don't underplay your friend Ian. So, who is your friend Ian?
Ian?
Yeah.
Who he is? He's the host of Mandatory Update on Game Trailers.
Yes, exactly.
Yay! He's awesome.
Yeah, it's quite
Yeah.
cool. Kev, what are you plugging?
Just my Twitter. If you want to talk crap to me, you find me on Twitter at Don't Shoot Tani.
And as I mentioned earlier on, check out the other podcasts that we do. So I'm on My Xbox and Me, and we also have Out of Nowhere and Out of the Crossfire as well. So check for all them and all good podcasts.
Oh, there's one more thing I want to plug
platforms.
before we go.
Go for it.
Yeah, soon, very soon, hopefully, we'll be releasing a Game of Thrones podcast where we're going to discuss each episode as it's released. So if you're into Game of Thrones and you're looking for a group of guys that are going to have a chat about it after, then you'll find us soon. It'll be called Out of Thrones, and you should see it appear on our iTunes feed, hopefully.
Oh, we just put it on there. Right, fair enough.
Yep.
There's also going to be another podcast that I'm not going to plug, which is called Out of Ideas. This is not me plugging it, but it might be coming. Who knows? We'll see what happens. That's not a plug. I was just saying.
Okay. But anyway, I just back to the start of the podcast, I did mention about Dave, unfortunate sacking due to the false facts that he has gave. We did get some tweets that just drove us over the edge. Kev, I know you were absolutely devastated by these tweets this week.
Yeah, we got some weird ones this week.
Oh.
The first one was from @Gyarados, and it says, "The Pokemon facts seem a little oddish. I call bullshit." That was the first one.
It's oddish. That's funny.
Yeah, I never got that till you just said.
You didn't get there's a Pokemon, right?
The second one is
that's
from
hilarious.
Hans Gruber, and it says, "You lot never fail to disappoint me, but you do fail to tell facts. Dave needs a good gassing."
Okay.
I'm guessing that's maybe a Pokemon as well. I don't know.
Yeah.
And from @Professor Has Oak. Okay. Outer Lies podcast used offensive jokes. It missed. The podcast hurt itself on its confusion. The fuck?
Okay, I get that.
Okay, I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. But anyway, because Dave has been sacked, we thought we would give you a special treat. So we've got a real person who can tell accurate and factually checked facts. It's Sophia. So Sophia, take us away with your fully 100% fact-checked fact.
There are people who think they're cats who stay on a certain part of the train station in Oslo, Norway. You're welcome.
Is that it?
I can also that was kind of it, but I also Toru Iwatani, he's the guy who invented Pac-Man, and he invented it while he was eating a pizza. That's actually a fact.
You're in tune to Out of Lives. www.outoflives.net.
Can't handle the truth.
And all will be explained in a moment. Sophia, will you give me a bong? I have been dying to bong you for ages, by the way, honestly.
Oh my god, that sounds horrible. Jesus. Oh dear, go on.
Okay, so give me a bong.
Bong.